Good evening. How are you? Um, had a good evening, relaxed, had a few glasses of wine, and have a little something up here I would like to share with you. Now, I hear people moan and groan about um YouTube and Google and all that stuff. And I understand it. And here's my point of view. First of all, numero uno, capiche? Alright, before YouTube made these changes, what they should have done, what they should have done is get the public's input. They are a customer service. Without their viewers, without their customers, they will end up like what? MySpace. Do you end up like MySpace? No. You learn from that. What they should have done is get their viewer, their users' input on how to go about these changes. Here's what we want to do. Do you agree with it? Yes or no? And they're probably going, gee, that's a great idea. Why didn't we think of that? But if you're a public service, if you're um, serving, giving a few free service to stay where they are, they should have put out a survey. Here's what we'd like to do. Do you agree with it? Yes or no? Here's what we want to do. Do you want us to do it? Yes or no? Surveys. And if the public says yes, or the public says no, that's the way you go. Otherwise, you're fouled. That's how most businesses, go. Because they're doing what? Oh, geez, maybe this will make money. And what it doesn't is like, why isn't it making money? Because the way you're going about it is you know, think about your customers first, not about the money. Think about the customers first. That's my point of view. And, yeah, um, when you think about your money before your customers, and, I deal with this as, a DJ, not that money's my main thing, but people say, this is the way I like it. This is the way I like it. One person says, this is the way I like it. But what about the other 100 people out there? You have you have kids, you know. This is your only night out of the month, and you think based on what you like that people get, oh yes, I'll do what you say. No, no, no. You are out there, and you hired a babysitter for the night. You want to go out there and you want to party. You want to dance. You want to have fun. You don't want your night dominated or directed by one person. Okay? You don't want one person going, well, this is the way I like it. I don't like that rock and roll or that fast jazz. No, man. When people go out, they're not going to say, gosh, she's right or he's right. No, when they go out, they want to cut loose, they want to have fun, they want to dance. That's why they call it, like when you go out to a dinner dance, it's a dinner dance. Dinner and what? Dancing. So don't go up to the band or the DJ thinking you own the night. You don't own the night. You say, can you play this? Can you play that? But don't sit there and go, yeah, so well, this is the way I like it. You know? And like, well, that may be the way you like it. But what about the 100+ people behind you? There may be 50 people out there that want to hear the electric slide on the Macarena, and maybe that's not your cup of tea, but maybe there's people who are out there who want to just cut loose and have fun. Okay? That's like I've had that happen. Like people like, no, I want to say, dude, lesson in psychology. It's not just about you, okay? And it's just, and I want to bust loose and I want to have fun, but no, keep it mellow, keep it mellow. Like, what about the people who want to cut loose and have fun and do the electric slide and do the Macarena and, do whatever, do the Gangnam Style dance. What about those people? It's like, and I think like some people just want things to go just the way they like it. But life isn't like that. And I'll give you an example. This morning I'm going to work. I'm right on time. Okay, I'm right on time. I'm going over that bridge. I showed you. And I'm halfway up that bridge. I see the truck in the middle of the road with the hazard. I'm like, what? If they knew they were going to be there, why didn't they put their cones in? Like, oh my gosh. And luckily, as I see the truck, I put the blinker on to get in the other lane. So, and luckily, the person behind me, I think, saw what was coming and knew what I wanted to do. They slowed down. They let me get into their lane, and otherwise, like, I don't know, like, there was no warning, no cones going to work ahead or any indication. I'm cruising up there. All of a sudden, I see I'm going, what? And I put my blinker on and switch. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, whoa, thank God. Like, there was it was crazy. It was like, whoa. But, well, there was someone really heavy in the pedal and not with a fast reaction. Like, there was no sign or warning, and all of a sudden there's a truck with like, you're not going 30 miles an hour and get hit the brakes. No. But by the grace of God, man, I saw that truck and I looked in my other, like, okay, like, okay. All's well, but I think the guy coming up the bridge right behind me saw the truck and, slowed down enough for me to get in that lane. Like, but there was no warning that the truck was there. And all of a sudden, I'm like, but I don't know. And like it's crazy, like people don't think, oh, before they should be as a warning, reduce speed, work ahead, or something. And if I was really, like, whoa, um, saw it coming, but like, I maybe in the other lane, but I'm like, and luckily, like I said, luckily the guy in the other lane saw, you know, I hit my blinker just in time to switch lanes, go around, but whoa. But like I said, like customer service is so important in all aspects. The way you react to people, the way you react to situations, the way you respond to people and situations is like this afternoon there was we have what they call this positive partner program, and there was reporter from a local newspaper, and I'm going about my business, and here's this guy walking around with a camera around his neck. He had a badge on, and I'm loading paper in the copier. Excuse me, miss. Is it okay if I borrow one piece of paper? And I looked at him. Sorry, it said press. I said, oh, you must be from the overseas side. He said, yes. I said, oh, hi, I'm Trish. Um, and he seemed like a nice enough guy, and I'm like, all right. But I would have been like, I would have, I don't know. I think I would have approached it differently. I would have said, hi, I'm so and so from what I'm Trish from. Okay, hi, I'm Trish from the Ocean Star. You don't mind if I bother you for, what I'm saying? Like, may I borrow? There's certain things when you're serving the public, you gotta think about that. You can't be um, he wasn't he wasn't ignorant, but there's certain ways you gotta approach things, and not just be like, this high and mighty attitude, if you're in the military or the police, as they train you how to speak to and the public, and how to handle a situation, how to dress people. That's one thing I admire about the first responders. Regardless of how people react, they say, "Ma'am, sir," you know. And I've come across that in on the beach, and just you gotta stay calm and say, yeah, you gotta, not be a jackwagon in this situation, and just approach it calmly, and maybe they're being a jackwagon, but that doesn't mean you gotta be a jackwagon. Because when you're the jackwagon, they go back to your boss and say, guess what? And I think a lot of people noticed that this summer. That day they found that bomb off the beach, the mine. And I think I told you about that. Anyway, um, the supervisors came up, he's cruising up, he's yelling at the beach cleaner and said, what are you doing up here? He goes, she told me to get off. But I didn't tell him to get off. I advised him for his safety's sake. I didn't know how big this thing was going to be. I said, well, I'm trying to think, okay, they found a mine. These mines, okay, they're 70 years old, but I did not know, nor anybody knew, how powerful or powerless this mine was going to be. These mines were designed to blow up battleships, okay? So, I'm not trying to be, dun, 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 dun. I'm thinking of his safety and mine. God forbid I say, I just go on working, and something happens to him, that's on me. That is on me because so for his safety and mine, I said, well, everybody else is getting on the beach. I'm thinking of his safety, right? I said maybe it would be a good idea for you to leave the beach too. I didn't say, no, get off the beach. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I didn't do that. But I told my supervisor, she goes, well, you're right. Because nobody knew how big or powerful this thing was going to be. And if it came to the head of the beach, I would have stated my case, and guess what? I would have said, safety first, man. And sure, he can't. The beach cleaner can't go on the beach to continue doing his job if something hits him. That's on us. It would have been just anyway. I'm rambling on, and yeah. Okay. Anyway, I think what I started to say is about public service. And many of you who are in public service hear what I'm saying. That the customer service, public service, you gotta put your opinion out of it and put your, training into it. You gotta think, okay, I have my opinions, but what's the right thing to do? Like, you gotta use this thing. You gotta put your personal and emotions and feelings out of it and just think when you're serving the public, you gotta serve the public and not look like a jack wagon, shall we say. You gotta be kind, polite, and to the point. Yeah. And I guess what I'm trying to say in regards of Google, think about the people's reaction before because if you lose your customers, you lose. And if you keep the customers, you continue to what? Make. And it's a win-win situation, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Okay. I think most of you are, I'm no expert, but that's my point of view. That's my point of view, and I'm sticking to it. Folks, peace, love, keep the good tune spinning. Good night.